Before the sun rises, they're moving. Steel wheels turning across 140,000 miles of track. Not for glory, not for fame, but because the country doesn't move without them. They guide 2-mile giants through snow, storms, silence, hauling grain, gas, groceries, and grit. Every signal, every switch, every single pound of pressure rests in the hands of a freight train conductor. They don't just move cargo. They carry commerce, responsibility, and the weight of a nation.
My name is Ivan Russell. I am a locomotive train conductor for Norfolk Southern. A locomotive train conductor consists of taking freight from one place to another. It is a very strong piece of how America gets goods and services from point A to B, everywhere across the country. We haul everything from chlorine and gas, to fill your cars up, to vehicles, to Walmart supplies, everything. One of my buddies is a conductor himself, and saw his lifestyle, so I just pretty much decided to get into it. What I did was I applied online. You go in there, you apply, put your application in, whatever location you want to go. From there, you go and they call you go through the steps of screenings, and from there, you go down to McDonough, Georgia, and they train you for about a month time. In conductor school, they have a series of tests where you hang on, cut a cars on the ladder and make sure you don't fall off. I think you're timed for, maybe a minute or something like that, but it's not too hard. The only thing outside of that is you got to be able to lift like a 30-pound, what's called a knuckle. It's basically the two metal pieces that hold the cars together themselves. So aside from that, that's pretty much it's all you have, the physical part of what you have to do for the most part. And maybe throw switches. Throw switches from one track to another, but those are all things that you learn in training when you go down to conductor school. So there is during your conductor school process, you take a written test on things that you're taught while you're there, and you take a signals test. They pretty much, train you, and they don't really set you up for failure. You just gotta get down there, focus, be about your business, and take the test. I think you have to have like 80-85%. Don't quote me, but you have to have a decent percentage to be able to actually move on to the next step. The need for conductors right now is pretty much, I would say, at the all-time high. A lot of people can't say that they can come out of high school making really good money. I think that this craft as being a conductor is a really good thing for somebody that's young, that's trying to get into, that's trying to seek their way outside of, the conventional way of saying going to college. Just go online and apply, and the application process is pretty much straightforward. And pretty much, once you put your application in, and you should be getting a call back, and typically they're pretty much in dire need for people. So now's the time.
Rain Risa, Department of Workforce Development, Career Tech Education, Adult Education, and Career Counseling. Educate, equip, elevate.